Hi, of our January Pilates challenge. I can't believe we're already at this point, so thank you so much for joining me today. We have been requested by Sylvia from Cleveland, Sylvia, to do some shoulder and arm strengthening exercises. So we're going to start today in 4-point kneeling. I'd like you to come onto the mat and set yourself up with your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hips. Lengthen out through your spine and make sure that the centers of your elbows, rather than pointing forward, are pointing inside, so pointing towards each other. Check that you've got a really long back of neck here. Just bring your toe muscles in to support your spine. We're going to do a few little pelvic tilts here to find neutral. So all we're doing is just tucking our tailbone between our legs and then sending your bottom and away and arching through your spine. So a tiny little tuck here. Just rocking your pelvis on top of your femurs, that's on top of your thighs. Tucking, bring those toe muscles in, toe cut into spine, lengthening away. Don't let yourself drop down through your shoulders. Keep pressing the mat away so you're really nice and strong here. Good. And one more. Tucking underneath, sending away, and set yourself up somewhere halfway in between. We're going to go into our press up prep. So what we're going to do is just do a little tricep dip. We're going to send our elbows back towards our thighs. So as we exhale, send your elbows back, keeping your spine lengthened and strong. Press away. Okay, so there should be no movement through your body other than because your arms are moving. So our elbows are going back towards our thighs. Breathing out and in. Great. Out, nice and slow. Feeling your triceps working here. So triceps on the back of our arms. Keeping your shoulders really strong as well. Breathing out to lower down, maybe trying to get a little bit further this time. Pressing through and up. Good. Going again. Breathing out to press. Inhale to return. 2 more. Breathing out. And in. And our final one. Tucking. And return. Sit back over your heels. Give your arms a bit of a rest. Hopefully you're feeling something. It's quite a strong exercise. So if you're feeling it already, that's perfect. Okay. We're going to go into a thread the needle now. So again, all about our arm strength, shoulder strength, and core strength as well. So we're getting rotation through our spine. So we're going back into our 4-point kneeling. Set yourself up just like we've done before. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to slide one hand through, bending that supporting arm, and bring our shoulder down towards the floor. So reaching that hand through, keeping your hips balanced over your knees. Pause here. Press back through, so really sending the mat away from you with that arm. Great, let's go on the other side. So turn your head towards your fingers as you rotate through. Core muscles coming in, bending that supporting arm, pressing through the arm to come through. So essentially you're doing a one-armed press up. You're sending your elbow out to the side, keeping the back of your neck long, pressing through. All the time, it's really important that you think about that core connection, so toe muscles coming in. That's what's going to support your spine and enable you to twist back through to our start position. Let's go again. Breathing out to slide. Pressing through and up. And again, sliding through, toe muscles coming in. Pressing through and up. And again, breathing out, sliding the arm through. Pressing up. Good. One last one on each side like this. So you're going to slide. Keep the back of your hand on that floor. And again, sliding through. Pressing back up and sitting back over your heels. Give your wrist a rest. We're going to turn this into a threading the needle and an arm extension. So we're going to be pressing the mat away from us, opening it through the front of our chest and really getting length through our arms. So we start as a normal thread the needle. So we breathe out to slide the arm through, bending that supporting arm, pressing back up, and then let that arm continue to come up towards the ceiling, turning your head as you go, reaching the arm up before floating it down. So really opening up the front of your shoulders and getting your shoulders, front of your chest and getting your shoulder working as well. Let's go to the other side. Breathing out to slide through, just like before. So make sure it's still really controlled. Pressing through, float the arm up, turn your head to look. Trying to keep your bottom balanced over your hips rather than from bananaing side to side. So think about the size of your waist remaining really long throughout the exercise. Sliding through again. You're going to reach the arm up, opening out. Float the arm down. Great. Going again. Sliding through. Toe muscles coming in. Pressing the mat away. Floating up. Great. 2 more to each side. So keep it really slow and controlled. Think about pressing that mat away as you rotate through your spine. Maybe getting a little bit more rotation the warmer you get. Final one. Actually, no, we've got one more on each side after this one. Forgot that bit. Floating the arm up. Good. Last one to each side. Sliding. Rotate. Keeping breathing normally throughout. Sliding the arm through again. Floating up. And bring the arm down before you sit back over your heels. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to be taking our body weight through the top of our body into our shoulders and our arms with our dynamic side reach. You have various levels. We're going to start with level 1, and I'm going to show you a few adaptations if you're feeling really strong and up for a challenge today. So back into 4-point kneeling, lengthening out through your spine, pressing the mat away from you, really strong through the back of your neck. You're going to breathe in and slide one leg away, keeping your toe on the floor. And as we exhale, we're going to rotate through our spine. Let that back leg remain on the floor and press that top arm up towards the ceiling. So really lengthen through here before sweeping the arm back round and coming in. So as well as getting that upper body strength, we're now practicing on our balance and our coordination. So opening out through your hips, reach that top arm up towards the ceiling, reach through your fingers, cartwheel that hand back round, float the knee in. Great. Go again, sliding. So if you want to make this more challenging, you can from here lift one leg up until it's hip height, lower down and return. So that's a really nice challenge for your legs now. And because you're taking your weight further into your upper body, you're getting more strengthening through the upper body. Circling around and return. Let's do one more of those on each side. Sliding and lift. Great, pausing here, lowering down. And our last one here, rotating, floating that leg up, returning back through to center. And once again, sitting back over your heels, give yourself a little bit of a rest here. Super. Okay, we're going to come on to our sides for our side lift now. We have 2 options. You can either do a side lift on your elbow or one on your arm. So whichever you choose. Like to set your legs up so that they're kind of in an oyster position but slightly lengthened. That top foot is on the floor in front of that lower ankle. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, elbow underneath your shoulder. For our first one, we're going to have our top hand there. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up. Nice and long here, low with control. So there's a lot of strength going on through your shoulder and your arms. Breathing out. And in. Now for a more further challenge, like to place your hand on the floor. So you can think about having an equilateral triangle between your arm, your body and the floor. Knees nice and wide once again, breathing in. As we breathe out, we're going to float up here. Press the mat away. Inhale to lower down with control. Super, let's go again. Breathing out to float. Some muscles coming in to support you. Feel that weight going down through the hands. And let's go 2 more times. So you can do this on the elbow as well if you're not quite up to doing the arm yet. Don't worry, you don't have to do the arm. It's really nice to do on the elbow as well like this. You're really able to get strength through your shoulder and through your middle. Let's make this next one our final one. Breathing out to float up. In to lower down with control. Great, we're going to do the same on the other side and beware, one side might feel completely different from the other. So you can start with either your elbow on the floor or your hand. I'm going to do my elbow on this side. So lengthen your legs away from you in a long oyster, top foot on the floor in front of that ankle, breathing in. As you breathe out, floating up, pausing here. Inhale to lower down with control. Super, let's go again. Breathing out, keep your hips stacked, reaching up towards the ceiling. And make sure that that lower shoulder isn't coming up towards your ear. So you're really strengthening through here. Breathing out and squeeze. Inhale and lower, fab. And again, out and squeeze. In and lower. 2 more here. Breathing out. And in. And your final one here. Squeezing up, squeeze your inner thighs together. And lower back down with control. Fab. Okay, so for our final exercise, we're going to come over onto our backs now. I'm going to do a reverse tabletop. So, we're going to sit Weight even through both of our sitting bones, knees and feet hip distance apart. And you can have either your hands facing forwards or facing back. Just experiment and see what is more comfortable for you. Whichever you choose, I want you to make sure you're not slumping down through your spine. You're really nice and strong. Basically, we're going to lift our hips up in the air. So we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, send your knees away and lift up. Lower down with control. So you might want to adjust your feet slightly. We're aiming to get that 90-degree angle between our knees. So breathing out and float. In and lower. Now, if you can't get your hips up all the way, that's fine. Just practice what you can do. And maybe bit by bit, you'll be able to get a little bit higher. So keep your gaze going towards your knees. Think about engaging your glutes, and you should really be able to feel your arms working hard here. Pausing here, lowering down. So we've got 2 more. Breathing out. And inhale. And our final one here. Breathing out to float, knees traveling away from you. Inhale to lower down. And rest here. Oh, feeling it in my arms. Okay, so final 2 breaths. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, float your arms all the way up to the ceiling, reaching through your fingers. Press the air away. I'm going to go one more time. All the way up, reaching through our fingers. Press the air away. Give yourself a clap. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be back tomorrow for more Pilates, so I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.